But of course, going to stick with my prediction and say it's going to be Order now. We know that they are starting on the CT side.
Oh. Quicker one towards B for Avant. They do have that one Molotov for the CT connector, as well as the flash and smoke. Valiant takes the upper ramp, gets absolutely railed, and now they're scrambling to rotate back into position. Gyra, the first man, with the point of contact, trying to get back towards the side of the site, but just gets spammed straight through the smoke without armor. Order continuing to try to shove their way through CT connector here.
Yeah, it's not going to happen for them, surely not. As a double kill for him. And Ustillo remains the sole defender for Order. Though in this instance, trying to attack, trying to retake. It was never going to happen. Sterling, 2 sharp shots at the start of the map. If that is any indication of what's to come, this could be a roughie for Order. But T-side start for Avant. We've already spoken about that. Still better to get off to the pistol start than to not. So they've got the buy, and Order will invest in a few grenades. So interesting to see where those are going to get thrown.
Do like to see the force actually on the CT side, second round of Train. You do want to try and go for that round 4 buy. Round 3 buy really not that great on this map.
Oh, all the way into ladder already, but off new trade with that Mach 10. Great moving accuracy. Any upgrades to the Galil, but it won't be Gyra standing on the train for long. Ustillo as well gets his body destroyed. And now it's all to Ricky and Ali to get any extra done. Good placement on the nade is actually going to deny the bomb plant for now. Has it down to about half, and he's one Deagle bullet away from falling.
Oh, the spam under the train. There it is. Ricky's got him. Straight under the train. That's the bomb denied. Alistair lands a headshot into hell and gets himself an AK. Offnu, now in a rock, between a rock and a hard place. Has to get the bomb for himself. He knows he's in between 2 of these players. Should know their approximate position here. Does pick himself up the bomb, and he's going to try and swindle himself around the backside of the train towards Old Bomb here.
See if he's found the right timing. Certainly has managed to get through both the defenders and decides to go to CT spawn instead, expecting Ricky to be around that con area. Let's see if he can get this flank off Newt. Very thorough, but Ricky as well starting to search towards A, looking for the information.
I think it's a bit too late though. Offnu's coming through Z connector. If Ricky does get into SL, he might be okay. But Offnu has opted to go back toward B. So he'll plant that open.
Puts the bomb down actually on top of the train, which is going to be harder for him to Molotov in the post plant actually. Does start to go back towards the backside, and he's anticipated the flank in from Ricky. Is it going to be the wide peak? It is. No shoulder, but wow. He wins that aim tool with the Mach 10. Shouldn't be getting away with that one.
I think Ricky heard him jumping up. And so, Order, bit of a freebie in the end.
I mean, that's all Ricky. That's 100% a Ricky round. Like, look at those. Look at that grenade. The right and left click just lands directly on top of 2 players, denies the bomb plant. The second player runs over, picks up the C4, and he spams him under the train. That is so sick from Ricky. That is not a round you should ever be winning.
You don't see those kills under the train often, but when you do, it's still just as impressive every time. And Order hit back with some big plays coming out from Ricky. Now, into round number 3, Avant, they're going to force straight back into this one. They've managed to get that bomb plant as well, so decent utility to maybe get something going.
See if they can do so. This is where we get into this force buy territory where things just go back and forth and flip-flop all over the place until one team does win 2 in a row. Slow start to the round as Avant spreading out around the map. A little bit of pressure on Ivy. One player in T connector just keeping control as they also just prod the extremity, keeping Ricky honest over towards inners. Now Avant does look like they're sizing up this outers push. Going to be a little bit harder to take that SL control, and in fact, they're not even going to try to challenge that. They instead will just group up towards T connector. Looking at Ivy with 2 deagles here a little bit earlier before the push, looking for a potential pick as Order playing much more centralized towards that SL position. It's around SL E-box, retake on Ivy.
Nice spot for Ustillo to play from against the pistols, just dancing around the E-box. Might be difficult to dislodge. There's not a whole lot of utility to help Avant out in that respect. No Molotovs, nothing this time. Loses the duel, incidentally, against the one rifle that Avant possesses, but he's Backed up by the rest of his teammates who look to have got the job done. Valiant's the 360 no scope. Oh, he's got it done with the USP.
Great sick moves, dude.
He was just doing it for the viewers. He was doing it for the fans.
Looked like one of those things that you'd see in like Olympic ice skating or something.
A pirouette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Just styling on him.
10 points from the judges.
Yeah, I'd give that like a 2. That was disgusting.
Whoa!
It's like not the kind of aim tool that you'd want to see.
What's that say?
10,
Yes.
11 out of 10.
My card said 10.
So he's got a
Thought it
total
was
of 22 points out of 30. I mean, it's not a bad conversion rate.
One of us might be a bit biased.
Well, yeah, one of the judges might have been paid off by Avant.
I know who it was.
It was me.
It was you. It was you. That was the person I was referring to. Now, Avant, they are going to start to regroup back towards T-Con. They've only got the Glocks and one stray P250 to try and get some damage done. And look, I've seen stranger things happen. Avant, 5 men in T-Con. They're going to be spotted by Ali, maybe not, as Ali rotates all the way back and just leaves it up to everyone else to stop the push out of T-Con. And there's the lineup down that lane. Gyra,
Ooh.
nice little spray down. And
That's
a
a lot of
clean
money, Mac.
round from Order.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Chef's kiss?
Kiss from Papa.
Papa Pilski.
Last
Papa
time I
Pilski.
elaborated on that one, you called me racist, so I'm just not going to touch that.
I don't remember this.
I do. It was at 3:27 a.m. in the morning.
I do say some weird things at those times. Apparently a bit of talking in my sleep. But we've got more important things on the agenda, lads. We do have this buy round in. First buy round from Avant.
Ustilo's playing close still with an MP9. So, Order trying to hang on as much money as possible on the CT side, which makes sense.
They've got plenty of cash. And they've got that T-connector control. So Avant will need to retake that. You'll have to see the flash come through from APOC or Sterling. Sen Hazard in there. They're already getting a little spam damage through on Ustilo. Is the flash timing going to come in? He's actually got another smoke, but he's not throwing it down. There's the flash in. Hazard just full swings him. Beautiful team play from Avant to retake connector control. And go on, son. Get yourself another.
Yeah, Hazard's good on the entry, so we saw that on Dust too. But Gyra, good on defense as well. Let's see what he can do. There's one. How many more?
Oh.
Not expecting a couple more.
Pirouette doesn't work out that time.
No. Just thought he was clear from the rear and worried about the flank too much. Now Ricky starts to make his way through Brown Halls. Can't get the readjustment. Often on the off angle. Makes it look easy, and it's up to Ali in a 1-on-4. But at least gets the time in onto one. Cops one bullet for his troubles. And it looks like saving is the call. Flash over towards uppers. Trying to bait some attention. But Avant, I think they realise that they don't have the money to go for the hunt here. If they lose one more, then they will be in a rough situation economically. Oh, Sterling, however, needs to make up for a bit of a slow series, get those confidence kills on the board as soon as he can. He certainly does so. Nice 1B straight onto the head of Ali.
Looking like Order going into the double AWP now. Silo could have chucked that smoke down, could have avoided this whole situation. But he was holding it, Mac. He was being a bit greedy. You look like the Meep from the Muppets just then.
Who?
The Meep, you know?
No.
I have to show you in the break.
I'll look.
Yeah, either way. Avant looking to try to capitalise on their good work in the last round. CT's completely out of money at this point. There's a peek from Ricky. Beautifully timed. What a bloody flick from Ricky. One man advantage for him. Now Avant forcing their way down lower ramp. Need to be careful going through that smoke. Never mind. Pick straight onto Valiance. They've got this in its control. Can they get the bomb down safely?
Looks like Hazard will be able to.
Ooh.
Just
Taps it.
Pop his smoke down as well to ensure it.
Molly wasted there. Not ideal.
Another. Goes towards the back of Grey, and it's not going to find a thing. You still Smoke it uppers, and now this will allow the retake to start to move in. But again, the double orb is going to be hard, but still Ali connect. And this is going to be Gyro losing his life for that one, so good trades for Avant, keeping it even at 3-on-3. Ustilo makes the hard jump onto the top of Train, but he can't see a thing over the smoke. There it is, APOC found it through the edge of it, and he's going to start to defuse. Great cover from Ali, and the retake is successful. Order, only one casualty on that retake, and they find themselves a fourth.
I think that was a much more winnable round than it ended up being. They had Noobster up close towards that CT con train, and they had a couple of flashes. They just send him in with the flash. If he just gets a little bit more work done, slows that retake down a little bit more, very winnable for Avant. And that was the reset round, potentially. Either way, they did good enough work in the previous round to once again go for the buy. So, although they do have to go down to 2 Deagles, there is still that reset potential. Still another important round on the cards here. APOC trying to sneak out to Olaf. And he does good work from it as well. Finds that first pick, a little bit more pressure on Order now as he throws a smoke up towards Hell.
Starts to continue to be a nuisance, but Ali stops him in his tracks before he makes his way out onto the A site here. Hazza, however, wants some redemption and can spray Ali down at that range. It was dangerous, but it's worked out. Now, the hit starts to come in, the execute with the smokes all over the side. It's Val solo for now as the other two rotate through. And they're going to be able to have a line of sight at the moment. Ricky finds one of the off new long range. Val close onto Hazza. And now there's still no control of the site. Noobster, however, tries to change that nice angle onto Gyra too.
Good double from the man. Ricky trying to complete this 1v2 from Ivy. Doesn't quite catch that player. And Sterling now walks up close towards the stop sign. Should be able to shoot him from the side. The quick scope from Ricky. Straight through the side of the stop sign. And now Noobster trying to play on top of this blue train. Jiggle around on top of the ladders.
Might be able to cross to site. Just picked up a smoke on this position as well. Spots Noobster jumping over towards T-Con now. Smoke blooms as Noobster goes up. Oh, can't connect with the shot. And again, taps it, baits out anything. I think he's heard the jump though. Noobster waiting, can't quite get it. Ricky can't either. And it looks like Avant might just win it with time. But Noobster secures it with the kill. 3 on the board for Avant in a very, very close round.
And a 3K from Noobster in pretty much the most impactful round of the half so far. Resets that CT money. Gets that 2K and wins the 1-on-1 versus Ricky. Not an easy task for the man who was yet to put a frag on the board. That was nasty though. There you go.
Oh, I love that Mo. It's like a sea urchin.
Okay.
Can we call him the Urch?
The Urch.
We'll see if Jordan understands when he gets back to the desk. Because he's dangerous. You know, sea urchins, you step on them, and then...
They're spiky?
Yeah, the spikes, they're poisonous. You got to get them out of your foot.
They are poisonous?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to watch out.
Mac knows this because he was a lifeguard.
Yes.
He was also a scooter pro.
And a surfer.
And a surf? What else? What else have you done? You've lived a million lives. You're only 18.
Footy player.
Footy player.
Dog father now.
Oh, yeah. Not the godfather, the dog father.
No, not the dog father. I mean, God, yes, the dog father.
Forced buyout from Order. Just trying to even up their money. Only got the one rifle, scout, handful of pistols and MP9. It's a mixed bag buy. And not the fun mixed bag of lollies.
Ooh, Ricky goes for that aggression down lower and tries to hold his ground as well. It's going to be the two-man push. Ricky actually single-handedly holds that B site as the two-man push into T-Con is strong. That's going to be bomb control. That's going to be the round. Order do it with pistols. They've had enough.
How? How, Jordan?
Yeah, out of where? Out of nowhere.
Jordan doesn't know. He's lost for words.
Jordan, the Urch couldn't pull it off.
The Urch.
The Urch couldn't pull it off.
Do you know who the Urch is, Jordan?
Do you know who the Urch is?
He doesn't know.
I think he's muted. The audio man's had enough of him, so he'll find out who the Urch is shortly. As it looks like Order have a very healthy buy off the back of the pistol win.
It's like your new favourite thing, Mac. It's the best thing since Johnny Olsen. You know what I noticed, Jordan? Is that Mac only started casting Valorant after John Olsen moved to Valorant. I think there's a bit of a coincidence there.
We're good friends, that's it. Very good friends. But Val is trying to make some friends there in T-Con as well. 1 HP, and he's going to be finished off by the nade. So often at least able to trade. Ricky, oh, he's just waiting for Sterling to come through, and Sterling just barely spots him through the edge of the smoke. Gyra goes for the secondary instead, swaps over to the M4, which has minimal bullets left. Smoke goes down, and he just barely spots that shoulder peak coming through. Ali, however, the nade is going to do it. Noobster left on 7 HP, he's last alive. And Order knew exactly where he was. Gyra with the collapse. 3 alive in the end, but Order get another. Even though Avant keep them guessing.
Yeah, that last round that Order won, not that last round, the round before last, that's a big turning round for them to get. Pretty much just mixing, rubbing a couple dollars together, you know, some pistols and MP9, and winning around that cleanly, picking up a handful of guns, and then winning with a handful of players alive in the last round, now into an anti-eco. All of a sudden, what was a terrible position for Order is now fantastic. Should they get a clean anti-eco here? They're pushing low ramp against pistols. That's really not what you want to be seeing, and they're going to be punished for it. Azar, 2 on the Tech 9, now an AWP in Hazard's hands.
Oh yeah, and he's taken that with open arms. However, you still are very fast on the flank. I think the numbers seem to have been counted, and he's taking the risky push up ladder. So, look, he's already at upper. No one knows that he's in this position. Gyra deals with this aggression. Famous, however, needs to try to connect that one while he can. APOC on the edge of the smoke is going to have the perfect timing on Val. And we're back to the 2-on-2. They still know Gyra is around this position. APOC, however, going to be left last alive as Noobster gets sprayed down. Ustillo commits to it. APOC tries to get to the defuser in time, but he's not going to be able to. Gyra with the cover in the end, but the bomb had already been defused, and Order salvage another. They did have that 2-man disadvantage.
Yeah, that was a bit of a misread, I think. Can't be pushing low ramp against a bunch of pistols.
What's up?
Oh, he's back.
What are you looking at?
Hello.
What am I looking at?
What's wrong?
Nothing.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
Well, you've just missed a couple of crazy rounds.
No, I
Jordan,
was here the whole time.
where the Urch almost pulled through.
Lost on me.
Oh. There's the T-Con control from Ustillo once again. Man's been taking that pretty regularly. Does cop the flashbang, but won't be pushed by Hazard this time.
Yeah, it's effective. It's a lot of control at the A site early on. Avant, they are going to send Sterling back over towards T-Con. Maybe? No. Okay. Just walking around, knife out. Off holding down the fort.
It's the walk back towards B. It's a double AWP this time from Order. You got Ricky posted towards upper ramp. Valiance is on the site. Ricky's got himself a molly as well as a counter flash. So potentially this B hit comes in. Ricky can try and pick one. Chuck that Molotov down to help Valiance out. Maybe flash towards Flamey side and pop out from the middle of the bomb. Don't see too many people playing that middle bomb. It's a 1-4 from Avant, sending Noobster out Ivy to try to create a bit of pressure while the rest of them walk in towards inner. Oh, wow.
Oh, there's that timing. Ustillo, how many can he get from here?
He doesn't even need to get any, though. He just needs to get the info, and that's enough.
Yep. However, Avant are aware of this. They're actually going to send it straight back over towards ladder. Ustillo holding from above, but he's only good for 1. And now that is a situation that Order don't want to be in. Gyra falling to Noobster. And now they're going to try to hold control as the bomb rotates back in. Ali, he's posted on the line from Con, but even so... Oh, just looks for that banger under the train. 7 seconds, and Avant plant just in time. Valiance needs to be the savior, but in the 1-on-3, it's looking very unlikely.
Well, that just goes to show that while knowledge may be power, it's not enough to win the round, because that looked like it was going to be perfect for Order, but such a quick reaction from Avant. Good shots hit. Order dropped the ball a little bit. That should have been their round. They should have been up 8-3 and continuing on their merry way on the CT side. But now, money is going pretty far downwards. A bit of a downward spiral for Order, and they're going to have to take a save. So Avant can hop right back on the wagon. Get a good round here.
Yeah. Let's see. It's going to be some early smokes from Avant over towards the A site, which is going to hold these rotations. As everyone else goes over towards B. Gyra, just with that 5-7, try to go aggressive to find the info, and info he will find, but it costs him his life. Now, early rotations, Ricky tries to get close down here in the first lane, but he's got his knife out and he can't fight with that. Not at that range, at least, and that's going to be the B site found. Offnu spams through onto Valiant. This is not going well at all for Order, but it's going as expected. Avant, much better weaponry. Just getting everything working in their favor.
Can't be bringing a knife to a gunfight.
That's the one.
See what Ustilo can get done here. He's got a deagle in hand, so if he gets lucky, more shots, but only shots are going to be the ones presented right into his head by Noobster. So Avant getting to 5 on the T side of Train. I mean, they're already starting to get to what can be considered a pass score. Keeping things looking interesting, because it did, to me, look like Order was just going to run away with it, but well, Avant made a nice comeback on Dust 2. Can they do the same here under, I would say, less pressure? Because it is only the first half.
Yeah, well, Avant already have those 5 rounds, which are extremely important here on Train. The game, with the way it plays at the moment, still favouring that T side a lot of the time. Maybe not favouring, but allowing it to be way more even than it used to. So we have seen Order have extremely strong T sides on this map as well. So I don't even know what to expect in the second half, but we're not there yet. Into round 13 we go. Again, same smoke's going to be thrown over towards Sandwich, over towards E-Box, just to deny information for Order. But it's going to be the 2-man setup at B. Ricky just jiggling with the molly, waiting for Ali to swing on that contact, but Avant, they're certainly aware, and there's the timing not favouring Ali. Offnu posted over the box.
That was awesome from Offnu. Now Avant in with a real chance. He's gone straight out into the smoke as well. Ricky completely blind. Knows there's players in front of him. Here's the shots, but it won't make a difference. Fully blind, can't do anything about it. Solo gets behind again, but once again, the result seems to be more or less the same. It's Avant rampaging through the round and headed towards the victory. They're going to get up to 6 now as well.
Really grinding a bunch of rounds back after I thought Order was going to start to run away with things after they won that massive swing round, but Avant, very, very tenacious, making sure they stay in it. And they're pretty consistently plugging rounds away here, having a very, very successful T side here on Train. Now picking up the last couple of guns, trying to be saved. Order have absolutely no cash here, so every gun taken away from them, no matter how many guns you trade for it, is probably worth it for you as Avant. They've got such strong money here. That's beautiful. Not a single gun taken away from Order. 2.5k in the bank for all of them. Excellently done by Avant. They're really doing a fantastic job here on the T side, setting themselves up to potentially win the series.
Well, we thought about that kind of a prospect on Dust 2 as well. There's twists and turns everywhere. A matchup like this, as it always tends to be the case. Always very, very close. That's why I went for 50% confidence, because it's a hard one to call. But Pilly, you said going into Train that if we were going to see something good from Avant, it was going to be Hazza leading. 12 to 10. He's doing a very good job. 103 ADR as well.
I don't know what it is about Train, man.
Well, you know, there has been some decisions Order's made, you know, running up and allowing Hazza to get that close-range Tech 9 duel on the pistol rush towards B. So, bit of a misread from Order on certain rounds. Certainly swung the tide, and Avant, they're straight back into it. Well, but again, look at this. Pistols for Order. What can they get done?
Not much, because Hazza's running at them while they're blind.
Oh, yeah.
It's a recipe for success, my friend.
He's hungry, and he's sharp. And he's hitting everything right now. And he's almost found that site already. Gyra just trying to play around the smoke, but it looks like Ustilo could just fall, trying to tap away. Gets up to heaven. Gyra, the opening to go through the smoke was there, but he could not connect. And Offnu sharp and reacts just in time. We're tied up 7 apiece, and there is a very high chance that Avant lead into the second half.
That'd be pretty bad news for Order after such a good start. Up 7 to 3.
I think
4 in a row now for Avant.
this round, like, kind of a bit of a formality at the end of the half. Goes 8-7 either way, could definitely still flip-flop. But you definitely, as you said, Mac, be expecting Avant to take this one away. They've got much more superior utility. There's no kits for Order. Single orb is glass cannoned. See if Order can pull something off. A lot of players around Sandwich and Olof. And so far, that's going pretty well for Order.
Yeah, 2 kills for Ustillo, and Ali's found not only the pick, but the bomb as well, which is now sitting there at the deep side, the dark side of Ivy. The boy is trying to dance through, but so is Sterling. And who's going to be able to dance better? Sterling can't connect this time. Goes with the no-scope, and it's the knife to end the half. Order lead by 1. As Ali impales Sterling, and look how happy he is. He's ready to get into the second. Order leading by 1.
Sitting on a bench, waiting for the time to pass, dreaming of what happens next. I see what I wanna be, questioning my destiny, only knowing what I see. I don't even realize I've already made a path, and I can change it anytime. I can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you want it to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me.
Once again, the half hangs in the balance at an 8-7 scoreline. Order this time the ones in front, but Avant move on to CT's side. So who's got the better of it? You tell me. The betters certainly seem to think that it is Avant, but Order, we know, don't have a particularly shabby T-side at times on trains, so I wouldn't count them out of this just yet.
They got a lot out of that half, despite the fact that, you know, it was getting a little difficult at points, but like I said, 8-7 either way, it could still definitely flip-flop to either team. Avant now moving on to the CT side. Order sizing up this inner bomb site where there is 4 players from Avant. So far, the duel's going the way of Order until a few USP shots are landed by Hazard in particular from that upper ramp. Yeah, and Avant, they're just trying to get away with that advantage cleanly.
Really sharp shots with the USPs, and Order try to work the timing all the way back down. Looks like he was just waiting for something else to happen there, as the bomb is not going to have safe passage to site. The smokes, however, will allow it to be a little bit safer. Gyra trying to at least bait out the aggression, and that will certainly come right in front of him as well. Apoc deals with him nicely. Ali wraps around the back of Train, and that is going to look good for Ali. Hits Hazard down to 31. But Avant looking like they're about to equalise here on the line. Ali doesn't cop any damage with that kill. That could be the changing factor. No, Hazard shuts it down before Ali can get going in the 1-on-4. And there it is, 3 kills on the USP. And that is a solid way for Hazard to start the half. 16 to 11 for himself now. So we're 8 apiece.
I don't know.
Order and Avant.
I don't know if I've seen that, to be honest. Just a 4 stack towards inner. 2 towards upper ramp, 2 towards lower ramp. Just leave old mate Apoc on the outer's bomb site. But the gamble has definitely worked out for Avant. They do get themselves that pistol. It is just a save from Order, looking to try to get the AKs and util in hand next round. And just going to rush toward inner yet again. Offnu waiting in position with the Famous. And still, he's got him covered from the hump.
And a slow approach, just that one flash to try to get the boys out, and it pops perfectly, but in the eyes of the T's, and it's all up to Offnu. Finds only 3. Thought he could have found a bit more. He was in a very strong position there at the side of the bomb train. But he does get wrapped up, and no bomb plant for Order, not this time.
That's pretty good for Avant. You know, they do lose the FAMAS, but just the one gun. Can't be complaining about that too much at all. 9 up for them as well. They've started off the half well. They've got the money rolling along nicely. We'll see whether or not Order can bounce back very quickly and start to put a bit of that pressure back on the shoulders of Avant, who so far are feeling pretty comfortable on this CT side. A couple of quick smokes out onto the A-bomb site. One for Sandwich, one for E-Box.
Couple of quick T's out there as well, but they're going to be shut down. Apoc with the Famous at the ready. He's going to be pushing straight forward. Finds another in that situation is quite ridiculous. But Noobster has to play from the other side of the smoke now. Sterling isolated on the train. Not going to take contact. The 3-man stack from Avant is still looking very good. Offnu deep on that B site. We'll call for those rotations, but so far Order just playing slowly.
Choose not to speed things up and try to take more duels to be able to find the advantage, but instead go back to the principle of, well, we're behind on the T side. Let's walk back and try to hit that small site. Usually you see the T teams mostly employ that principle a little bit more on maps like Inferno, but definitely something that can work on Train. You find the right timing, get out on that inner's bomb site, and if you can lock down the rotations, make sure they can't come out of CT connector, you can definitely put yourself in an advantageous position. You will have to catch Offnu off guard, though.
Well, there's also 4 flashes to aid them in their ventures. 30 seconds, slowly starting to set up.
I like the approach from Offnu. He's really not giving them anything right now.
Ooh,
Just saying you can take the side if you want it, and if you put one toe out of line, I'm going to punish you. Ricky does put a little pressure out of SL, but starts to join up with the rest of them. Opportunity for Offnu here. Actually, he's been heard by Alistair, who walked up under him. And actually, Ricky's the one who finds the frag. He never saw Alistair, so Alistair's going to be able to get behind a whole bunch of CTs here.
Oh, such a solid position. Noobster, no idea. Pulls out his knife, though, and allows his teammates to die, but he pulls out his knife again. Hazard brings it to the 1-on-1. Ali just going to be caught in no man's land. Ricky, 36 HP, has to find the timing, and he does. Hazard looking in the opposite direction. So Order will hit back and keep it tied up at 9 rounds each.
Might have been a bit too close for comfort, though, for Order there.
Well, they're in a 3-on-4, man, you know. They just walk on that inner site, couple of nice timings. That's what you want to see, to be honest, on that T side. Couple different ways you can try to win a round like that. I'd say the more inconsistent of the two is to just back yourselves on that outer bomb site, try to hit some shots when the other team's already set up and in some pretty entrenched positions on that outer site. But they went for a much more consistent approach that I really like. Just going towards the small site in the man disadvantage situation. Just the El Clasico of Counter-Strike, really, on the T side. Works beautifully for him. Puts the CT money in a whole bunch of problems. No kits. Almost no utility left over here for Avant.
Noobstar. Oh, he had an idea. He thought he knew what was going on, but Alistair just a bit too sharp very good this map. 19 and 10, doing it with the rifle as opposed to the AWP this time.
Now in a 4-on-5 for the CTs, they're kind of forced to go for something. At the moment, the main man who's in a position to make something happen is probably Hazard or APOC. Either making a move at SL or Ivy. Definitely won't be APOC. Sterling moving over towards Ivy now, chucking another smoke down. Avant, they're not really doing anything in this 4-on-5 to try to win it at the moment. They're kind of just playing sort of standard positions. And I'm not sure if that's going to be enough to get him across the line unless Order starts to make some mistakes.
Oh, they floated a second player over toward B. APOC very quickly having a peek, but now turns his attention back to A. The read is in that it's going to be an A hit for Order. The read is incorrect. Bomb's about to work its way into B, and already Order have started to progress quite nicely. Valiant's still not yet spotted by Offnu. Gyra's out. Bomb plant's going to go down. They're still wary of upper. Not that it matters, because there's no one there from Avant. And there aren't any remaining Avant players on the B site, and barely any left on the map. APOC shouldn't last long. Alistair gets himself a triple kill. 10 is up for Order.
Reset that CT money. This is the worst possible position to be in if you're Avant. The Ts have really strong money now. You're in that constant state of CT side. You're saving. You're being reset constantly. Even if you do buy up next round, you're going to be like 4 to 4.5k or 4.8k. Probably not going to have an AWP. Won't have access to all the utility that you want. So ideally, you would probably want to go for a double eco here or try to make it work with the rifles next round. And Order, I'd say they're feeling pretty comfortable right now.
Certainly seems that they are. Alistair's ready to take any challenge. The USP's no match. Bit of a slower progression this time from Order, waiting to see if there's going to be any peaks from Avant, and they do get their opportunity, which is taken advantage of by Ustilo. So 4-on-5 already. Very likely Avant is going to have to let this one slip by the wayside. Noobster has pushed out us. All the way down long at the moment. But how much of an impact is that really going to have? I don't think he was actually spotted there by Ustilo. But Alistair will net himself a freebie. Still sharp, still ready.
Bit of a slower map for Noobster. Credit to him. First two maps, he was playing lights out. But you get a little bit wider on the map pool, a little bit deeper with a sub. Unfortunately, you know, 3 scrims isn't really going to cut it.
It's not the end yet.
Well, this is a really tough position. How many times do you see a CT team win from this spot? Pretty T-favoured from here. Very hard to do that CT comeback. Not saying Avant can't do it, but it's quite unlikely from this position. Let's see what they've got, though.
I'm going to say I see it a lot, actually. You know, the T side will get to 14, and then they're like, all right, let's take it easy. And then the CT side's like, now's our time, boys. And they just somehow get back and win 16-14. So wouldn't say I haven't seen it. But here we are, 11 and 9.
This is the buy you don't want. This is the buy you really don't want.
Avant.
Glass Cannonball, no utility. And all the riflers are like, okay, if I want utility, I go FAMAS. So now I have a FAMAS.
Good joke. Hey.
Well, Avant don't really have anyone else to blame but themselves. They're only in this position because they let that happen on Dust too. They were looking like they should finish that map off. They could have been chilling out, playing a bit of Among Us at this point. That's what they do. So I hear.
There you go.
It is true. They're very good at the minus too. Give that to them. Let's see if Order can make their way out towards this A site. Hey, Bok. Spots Ali going for that jump peak there and cross over to help. Top green cleared, boosted up, waiting for an aggressive peak, but I don't think it's going to happen. Avant happy with their positioning.
I don't know, man. They got 5 grenades with a minute to go. Like, I think Order, as long as they don't make any major mistakes, they probably win this round quite a high percentage at the time. They're really waiting for aggression right now. Actually, this could be the turning point. The push in towards upper ramp from Offnu gives them a lot of information. Now you can have Sterling lean over towards that inner site, or that outer site rather. If he rotates into position soon enough, Yeah, now he's going to transition across. If they don't smoke him off, he might have some free angles over here. They've got 4 stack on this outer bomb site. They're in pretty safe positions, actually. Order, they've used all their utility getting out of T-Connector, but they need to actually get onto the site and have some favourable duels.
They're almost up there, Sterling. Good position to hold from Gyro on the Galil. He's just swinging around like a turret, but Apoc does one better. Great trade from him, but Ali
9 seconds.
does it again as well. Minimal time, 2 to plant, and the cover needs to come through. Ali, he's there, but so is Sterling. 1 second remaining, and it is going to be Sterling staying alive in the end. 2K for him. Both of them AWP on AWP action. Either side of the train, and they decide to save.
Ofnu just won them that round. The push on upper just won them that round. That extra player is exactly what Avant needed to win there. Sterling rotates over, and he's the one to put the final nail in the coffin as well. It's not clean from Avant, though. Far from it. 1 player surviving was the AWP player. So if he wants to buy armor, he won't be able to drop his teammate. So once again, he has to go glass cannon. And if it was even possible, Avant has a probably worse buy than they did previously, you know. Once you win that CT round with 1 player surviving, you've got like 3 to 3.5k instead of 4 to 4.5k. And Order just goes for another full buy. So here's another chance for Order to completely reset the CTs after they've reduced their loss bonus. And this is why I say it's such an unlikely situation where Avant actually wins this game from the position that they were in. But it's rounds like that that make the difference. They have to take a couple of extra risks, cut a couple of extra corners. The push from Ofnu in that last round, they're going to have to do it at some point this round again. But where will it be? Will it be the right play, or will it be punished this time?
We're about to find out, because Order has hit the accelerator, and that's going to be the bomb drop in no man's land. You're still there trying to create some space, but it is Sterling doing work now for Avant. Very deep down that old bomb line. Just able to control Idiot well, able to control and spot through into the site. But Apoc's still here, just at sandwich, dancing around. It's like Ring Around the Rosie. He manages to find one onto Ustillo, Ofnu onto Ricky as well, as you did see there. And it's Ali. They know that he's here. They've heard him go for the scope, and Apoc on the off angle in the middle of nowhere. Just taps Ali's head.
A bit of a fast round from Order, which I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. Obviously, Sterling's doing a lot of the heavy lifting with that AWP on the CT side, but also, especially when you're on the CT side and your money's not so good, it's at some points you almost want the other team to play a little bit faster, because if you play a longer round out, you're just going to have a utility disadvantage. That's not going to be the case this time around. Actually, Avant, they win 2 very difficult gun rounds back to back. So now they're in a pretty decent spot. But how good it will all be determined on how many pistol kills Order's going to get here. If Avant survives with 4 players, they're in quite a good position, actually. But if they lose 3 guns here, they're going to have a tough time. That nade is massive, though.
I remember you saying that exact same thing going into an ill-fated round for Avant on Dust 2. But this time, a completely different result. Avant keep all 5 guns alive, and now is where it looks like it's shifted right back in the favor of Avant.
That's massive. You don't see that very often. The 2 gun rounds back to back into a very clean anti-eco. That's exactly what Avant needed to get back in this game.
Not in Australia. You don't see that very often in Australia. No, even worldwide sometimes it's very hard to keep. It's very hard to keep 5 alive in this damn meta, but here we are. Avant in the lead on the CT side, and they're starting to work up a little bit of bank as well. So ticking all the boxes to make the comeback happen.
More bank, more momentum. Starting to work something up, that's for sure. But Order's definitely not out of this yet. They've built up a bit of loss bonus. They're still putting strong buys together. AK's in an AWP, plenty of util. Gun round could definitely go either way. Double AWP now, actually. Didn't see that before.
And Noobster. What impact can he have here? With the big green. Full control of T-Con there.
Yeah.
Apoc makes his way in.
I mean, that's a really big thing, right? Apoc in towards T-Con, making those mid-round pushes. Hazard in SL. 2 key players for Avant, actually. Those riflers on the CT side, can see a lot of impact from those guys from time to time. Now the smoke onto the back of Green Shade to allow Order to sneak out Ivy. That is ridiculous. Apoc has pushed into T-Con and up the ladder into Ricky and found the frag.
He's
Disgusting.
hungry. He's hungry. He's just doing it again. He tried to do it on Dust too, but it's just working so much better. Right now on Train and through the smoke they go, but Justillo slides it there from Sandwich. Gyra as well at the back. Unable to find Noobster, who's going to continue to play around again. Ali waiting for the spinning wheel. It was Noobster. You know, it's up to Offnu. He's mollied off in SL for the moment, and he won't be able to get out in time to stop that bomb from being planted. Ali as well finds himself a second for the round and keeps it even at 12 apiece. So Order aren't done yet.
Man, this is a throwback performance from Alistair. I gotta say, a lot of these Order series this year, he's been decent, but haven't seen hard carry 2019 Ali for a little while. I'm loving it, especially on a map like Train. That's where you'd want to be seeing it. That's a great round for Order to win. Boost up their money a little bit with those 3 players surviving. And Avant now scraping the bottom of the barrel in terms of the money. No kits, no Molotovs at all, which on T-side of Train.
What's going on here?
Boosting up to see the White Horse, I think.
Oh.
It's very cute. Ivy push though from Sterling and Noobster. That's beautiful. The leg as well as the one shot from the M4 gets them the man advantage. In Order, I love that. Immediately vacating T-Con and just immediately going back towards the small site when they've got a man disadvantage.
See if it's the right answer.
Sterling's over here, ready with the AWP. There's no mollies here. There's no utility. They're completely out of util. So if Order, they hit 1 or 2 of these shots, they can get into this site without really being stopped or disrupted at all.
And again, that smoke refreshed in a very good position for Offnu to play around.
2 up in SL as well. Apoc and Hazard just in such a close position. So if Order try to, you know, fake this, go back towards Outer, they're going to get disrupted. Offnu straight in the smoke. That's filthy.
Oh, he knows. He knows exactly what Order are trying to do, and he's only good for 1. It's a quick trade from Valiant, who has to cross now. And they have invested the flash, but, oh, okay, Sterling misses that one. Cops a lot of damage for it as well, but he's going to try to push up and stop this bomb from being planted. Ali, good cover, but the flank is even better. That's going to be Apoc with full control. Brown Halls has it with another, and it's up to Ali to clutch yet again. He's got the AWP, and he's underneath Cat, but Hazard takes his head right off. And there it is, Avant maintaining the lead.
It's a superb CT side from these guys. Man, I just hate to say it, though. I feel like a broken record. That's a great round for them to win, but there's only 2 players surviving. They've got 2 AWPs. The rest of them have under 4K. Okay, they dropped 2 M4s. One guy's going to go down to a famous. How many dollars will they have in the bank account? 0 bloody dollars. Whereas Order, they're on the T side. They got that loss bonus. They got the bomb plant. They can buy whatever the hell they want. So Avant, yeah, it's good. It's a great gun round to win. Do not get me wrong. But they can still just get reset if they lose this round. What's Ricky doing? He's only got a Deagle, saving 2K. Interesting. He's just sending it towards inner, man. Straight into uppers. He's on a close line. Offnu's here with the MP9. Oh, look at that read. Jordan can't believe it. Oh, man.
Offnu just never expecting Ricky to already be so close up against the boxes on the wall.
Dude, he just sent it. He had his Pumas on, mate.
Certainly did. Great shoes, by the way. Now, into round 26.
So up.
Hazard starts to wrap around the bomb train at the perfect moment. Solid position, but Ricky on the dig has found 2 nasty ones to crack open the B site. And again, he's going to continue on forward.
Got him there 4 now.
Has the rifle. Tries to go up, making a world of noise, just trying to draw the attention, knowing Sterling is playing from him. Molly dropped and forces him out into the open. Great utility, as Val can't trade either.
Flanking through from Alistair, though. Not going to matter. Avant has to save.
Fruits of the labour of Order.
They finally got across the line, Jordan. They finally did it, mate.
Well, it's good. It reinforces what you've been saying. You know, been preaching to the choir for the last half hour that this was going to happen, and here we are. Congratulations.
I wonder, people probably don't know why I just keep reiterating it, but I have so many bad memories. You guys have no idea.
You have such hatred for the current economic situation.
It's not even current. Like, it used to be worse. Like, back when I played, like, we would always pick Train, and this kind of stuff would happen all the time. You pick Train, which means you start T side, and then that means you have to chase on the CT side. And if you had a rough T side, or it was kind of a close T side, and you're chasing a scoreline disadvantage on the CT side, this just always happens, man. It's like your money gets in a rough position. If you don't get good enough streak or win gun rounds cleanly enough, you just get reset and then you cry.
Yep. Well, that is certainly the case for Avant right now. They've gone down to an MP9, a FAMAS, even a P250 to go with 2 AWPs that were saved. And not a whole lot of utility to play with either. So 3 stacked on toward 8.
You can see Order, they're not doing any funny business, you know. They're just chilling. A bunch of anti-flash positions, waiting for a T-con push, waiting for a push in towards inner with the AWP. And if nothing happens, they've got, I hope, something pre-planned. Maybe an execute on the outer bomb site. Seems to be the play. There's a lot of CTs out here though, Mac. There's a lot of blue dots, mate.
4 blue dots to be exact. In pretty solid position to play off one another. Ali, however, removes one of those blue dots as fast as he can. Nice angle from APOC, but the FAMAS doesn't get too much done. It's Hazard to finish off with Opnu. Flashed as Ricky and Jyra do God's work. There it is. Going to be almost control of the A site, but Opnu, oh, hey, he's the difference maker. Gets the big body shot to follow.
Oh,
Bomber gets planted, but he's allowed to get on that angle. Com's just not coming through in time, and it's back to the 1-on-2. Jyra on 22 HP. Molly can isolate this fight as Opnu goes up and looks to find the angle.
He's brained him. Molotov's him out of position. I thought he was going to be able to isolate him, but Jyra's just absolutely snapped him out of the air. And that's a reset on Avant. It's been a long time coming for Order, but they finally just kicked it in the goal. They'd be basically just dribbling it outside the net for like 15 minutes. Finally, they just tap it in. They reset Avant's money at 14-13. They're going to take attack timeout. They recognize exactly what the position is. All you need to do is just not screw this up. Make sure you're all on the same page. Do the high percentage play of the anti-eco. And then when you head into the next gun round, you know CT utility not going to be fantastic. You're probably not going against double AWP unless they're going light on util or their glass cannon. This is the dream swap to close yourself out a game if you Order.
Don't cast a curse at Pilski.
I just did, mate.
Got a player restarting.
Wow.
So we'll have a little bit of a pause here. I guess it might be Jyra, given that he hasn't purchased anything. And I see 5 players in the server for Avant. There you go. That's interesting. Little tidbit.
Wow.
Hard to remember Jyra on Avant, actually. You know, it feels like a long time ago.
That was last year.
Yeah, I think he joined Order at the start of this year.
Yeah.
February sometime.
That's right, because he was in the initial new revamped Order Avant lineup.
That's another
took them on by
stand-in
storm.
thing that went well, you know? Because remember, Order, they were like, yeah, like Jyra got removed from Avant, and then Order was like, we'll give him a go.
Yeah.
And then he just never left the team. So, must have gone right.
That is true, right? They sort of labeled it as like stand-ins. I think Ricky was a sub at one as well, and it was all, everyone was like, yeah, okay, come on, man.
Yeah.
That was after he'd just come back from Complexity. So, we all knew.
We all knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never a doubt in our minds.
Nothing gets past me.
I didn't know.
Except me.
Why didn't you know, Pilski?
I'm not in with it, you know? I'm not... You know what I'm saying? Not with the...
What are you doing with your
I'm
hands?
not in the toolkit.
What are
Not
you doing?
with it, you know? Yeah,
Chat,
Bill,
you're so glad that you can't see what he's doing with his hands.
Bill gets me.
He's like holding his own hand. It's real cringe.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
That's too real.
Yeah, it's real. That's the real.
Bible thump.
Well, here we are.
Yes, here we are.
Just a couple of boys
Just a couple
with a
of-
couple of moustaches.
Just a couple of puppy
Oh,
owners.
wait, no, you don't have yours. Where'd you put yours?
I don't have a moustache or a puppy yet.
No. But tomorrow, when you get your puppy,
can
are
shave
you
my
going
beard off.
to shave a moustache as well?
No,
What?
I'm too self-conscious about my appearance. I'm already a
We could have
very...
been 3 best buddies on the desk here.
Mac,
Now it's going to be 2 best buddies and some random.
Mac,
What's up?
I'm already a 5 out of 10. I'm not keen to go down to a 2 out of 10, all right?
Whoa.
I'm not like you guys, okay? I can't rock the mustache. I just look like... I just look like a sex offender, okay? That's what I look
What,
like.
and I don't? What are you saying about me?
insulting. How dare you not? You tell me that I'd look good with the mustache.
All right, I tell you what, we're going to be having a little bit of a longer pause here, it seems. So it's time for us to take a quick break. If you want to see what our mustaches look like, hit us up on Twitter at ElfishGuy, at MacMate, at PilskyCasts. We'll be back right after this.
Get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. Does it feel right to call you mine? You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't say why.
Of your soul, and I recognize every single line, every single roadblock. We are two hearts that beat in time, and the towers looking down all night, blocking out the sun that we need. Maybe we can change our stripes and colors. You're the only one I see. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside. Take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside. Stay up all night. Sleep through the sunrise. Into my past and I count the numbers of the dreams that I left behind. I don't even care now that I've discovered a new kind of peace of mind. Up above us, looking down
Welcome back. It is Avant and Order, and they are into the third and final map. Scoreline getting pretty tight here on Train. Interesting to see where we turn from this position, but Pilsky, as you were saying, Order definitely looking like the team to beat at the moment. They've broken Avant's economy more or less, and they should be winning it from here. But stranger things have happened.
Yeah, like on Dust 2. When Avant was 5-on-4 at 14-14.
Indeed.
And would have reset their opponent's money. I remember.
Not as likely here, because Avant is on the CT side. Sterling still on the T side, so we're going to have to reset things, and looks like we're getting back underway. So Order will repurchase all of their weapons. 14-13 is the scoreline for those of you just joining us. This is the final map in this series. For those of you who are waiting for the Tyloo D13 map, you are in the right place. You are just a little bit early, or perhaps
Right place at the wrong time.
we are a little bit late because this match has now run overtime.
Are we late?
It's not me.
It's not me,
It's not Mac either.
isn't it? Mac's usually late.
He is, that's right. That's kind of his brand. It's kind of his thing.
Fashionably late.
But
He comes in with his top button undone, all sweaty from his workouts and whatever else he does. Construction site. It's a good look. Tell you
Anyway.
It's not a good look. Having no money on the CT side when you need to win a game.
Just built different.
Oh, that's the new thing all the kids are saying, like cringe. Whatever else they say.
that's cringe.
Yeah, of course.
If
of
you
course.
say cringe, it's cringe.
You know,
Oh,
props
poor
for
APOC.
effort. APOC committed to going up the ladder, missed the Zeus, then ran back to his death in the Molotov out of embarrassment.
Just thought, this is my life now.
It's built different.
It's a nice push though for a new sub.
Oh, this is it. This is the timing.
Oh!
Yeah, brought back. AK.
Oh, he's
Off the
done it.
ladder. Okay, impact frags.
What?
And a B site is open. Now, trying to make their way through. Let's see if Order can take full control. Well, they already have. As Avant to play deep lines and wait for Noobster to rotate over.
All right, what do you do now? You try and make this retake happen, or do you save?
The pistol has run distraction. Beautiful. You found Valiance. You know where he is. You've got a dink on him. Ricky's up close, though.
Well, 2v2, but Sterling doesn't actually have a rifle in hand. USP only. Tags Ricky, spots him out for Noobster, who's doing the dirty work. Knife out, though. And it's Gyro.
no!
Sterling has
Ow!
won it. Avant, they've done exactly what was done to them on Dust 2. Can you believe it? How do they get through that round? How do they keep it at 14-14? I don't know, but the money is perfect.
Well, there you have it. A quick old tech pause was enough for Noobster to, you know, put his thoughts together, decide exactly what he's going to do, plan it out, you know, get that first kill, pick up an AK, kill the other man, and then, you know, slide a nice shot over on the retake. And Avant just very much catching Order off guard with that round. Cool, calm, and collected. Vape Nash, apparently.
Oh, man. I don't even... Well, Order, they've got to buy again, but 3 of them don't have any bloody grenades. Now, Avant looking pretty good, man. In his control gets taken by Order. Running a bit of a default. Noobster getting a bit of a push towards Ivy going. And he's got a lot of info for Avant, actually. That's a key push on a timing. He shoulders, he knows that there's no one down Ivy, and he's getting a bit of a flank on now. Avant starting to mobilize on outers. They can stack toward inner as Sterling makes his way over there. They can start using the utility to delay. First smoke goes onto lower ramp while Noobster just gets closer and closer towards T connector. He can wrap in behind showers if he wants to. And Avant just has unlimited utility to just keep delaying. Another smoke onto low ramp. 3 stacked on inners right now. Couldn't be a better position for them to reset the economy of Order at 15-14. Oh my god.
Oh, okay. So he's done what Ustilo was trying to do in the first half, but does it one better. And again,
No way.
this way Sterling
No
finds
way.
Ali. Avant, they're getting back into the game. The
Not gonna
momentum
happen.
killer has certainly come through, and Ricky in the 1-on-4.
No way.
Oh, 20 seconds.
No way.
You don't see it happening? I don't either.
Well, that was what I was thinking about Avant winning this map.
Oh,
I thought, no way. No way, they can't do it.
So down.
They got no money. They lose this round. They're on for 15-13. No way. Now, Order's got no money.
Order's got no money.
Order's got no money.
Oh.
That's a throw. There's no other word for it. Toss. What are synonyms for throw?
Pitch.
Pitch. It's a
Yep.
big pitch.
Fang.
Bowl.
You've ever fanged it? Fang a ball?
pass.
But you can fang a meal too, you know. So.
Yeah, well, yeah, but different strokes for different blokes, you know.
Yep.
Oh man, the stroke was so wrong. It wasn't a freestyle or a backstroke. It was a flail around in the water and then they drowned.
Yeah, this is where we need Mac with the giant water bottle to
I
make that
broke
noise.
it. I broke it.
You're too strong. You're too ripped.
No, I dropped it. But I could pretend that I hit it or something. But people would think I'm weird hitting water bottles. I don't think that's a normal thing to do. Flipping them, or the kids do that.
Is there another twist? Is there another turn? Is there another flip?
Well, if they get into OT, I mean, I feel like that still is in a better position than they were in before, but it's the only option they've got left.
Well, we've seen 2 flips. Ali pulled out the karambit, did a backy. There you go, again. And he pulls out the deagle, does another backflip. So.
Okay. Straight into inner on timing. Is it going to be good enough for order?
Ooh. Speaking of timing, that smoke goes down at a perfect moment. Flash goes through and Offnu fully blinded. That allows order out to the back of Grey as they need to get to sight as well. Offnu, head still there and great counter utility.
What a
Big
flash from
plays,
Sterling.
3 for Offnu. And Avant should be able to close from here.
It certainly seems that way. Ustillo's in a 1-on-5. And how have Order let it get to this point? I've no idea. But that is the map. 16-14.